Jenny and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how to crochet this cardigan. So I made this cardigan for me, so this is going to be my size, but I made it bigger because I like oversized cardigan. So the measurement around, so from this around back all the way here, it is 44 inches, and from the top all the way down here it's 30 inches. And for the sleeve, if you see from the earlier clip, it fit me perfectly up to my wrist, but if you want to make it longer, it is up to you. Okay, so these are all crochet using the shell stitch, and for the border I use half double crochet stitch. Okay, so this is how it looks like, and without further ado, let's start. Okay, so for this cardigan, the yarn that I use is this. This is Red Heart with Love metallic. So per skein is 4.5 ounce or 127 gram. So per skein you'll get 200 yards or 183 meters. And this is a medium weight yarn number 4, and the colorway is olive. And if you don't have this yarn, you can use any medium weight yarn number 4 that you have. And for the crochet hook, this is 5mm crochet hook, so I use this 5mm crochet hook from start to end. You also need needle to weave in ends and scissor. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so now we're going to start by making a slip knot, and you can do this whichever way that you know or you prefer. And now we're going to chain 130. Okay, so once you chain 130, now we're going to start row 1. And for row 1, we're going to start by making 2 double crochet into chain number 4 from the crochet hook. So this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we're going to make 2 double crochet into this chain. 1 and 2. So this is count as our half shell. 1, 2, and this chain, 3 chain right here count as double crochet as well. So we have total of 3 double crochet. So next we're going to skip 2 stitch. We're going to skip 2 chain, 1, 2, and at the next chain we're going to make 1 single crochet. Okay, next we're going to skip 2 chain, 1, 2, and at the next chain we're going to do the shell stitch, and for the shell stitch we're going to make 5 double crochet all into the same chain. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so next we're going to skip 2 chain, 1, 2, and we're going to single crochet into the next chain. Okay, and we're going to repeat this, skip 2, 1, 2, skip 2 stitch, 1, 2, and shell stitch at the next stitch. So for the shell stitch you're going to make 5 double crochet into the same chain. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Next we're going to repeat the same, skip 2 stitch, 1, 2, and single crochet at the next stitch. Okay, so you're going to repeat, skip 2, do the shell stitch, skip 2, do single crochet until you reach the very last chain. So at this very last chain, it's going to be half shell, same as right here. We have 3 double crochet at the beginning. So at the very last chain is going to be half shell, which we're going to make 3 double crochet. Okay, so go ahead and finish up row 1, skip 2 and do the shell stitch, skip 2 and single crochet and repeat. Okay, so I'll meet you at the very last chain right here. Okay, so once you reach the end, so I have 3 chain right here, and so once you made the last single crochet for row 1, next we're going to skip 2, 1, 2, and we're going to do the half shell, so 3 double crochet in the last chain. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so for row 1 you should have total of 20 full shell, the 5 double crochet. So this is count as half shell, so I'm going to start right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You have total of 20 full shells and 2 half shell, 1 at the very last chain and 1 right here. Okay, so done with row 1. Now we're going to start row 2. Row 2 we're going to start with chain 1, and this chain 1 count as single crochet. Now we're going to turn over, and now we're going to make the 5 double crochet shell in this single crochet right here. This is the single crochet from row 1, so we're going to make 5 double crochet in that single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So next we're going to do single crochet, and we're going to do it on top of this shell from the from row 1, and we're going to do it on the double crochet number 3. So this is 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to single crochet right there, and now we're going to repeat the same as the shell number 1, and we're going to do the shell in this single crochet from the previous row. Okay, going to make 5 double crochet as well. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So once you made the 5 double crochet, next we're going to do single crochet, and we're going to do it on top of the shell right here, the double crochet number 3. Okay, so we're going to repeat shell stitch in the single crochet and single crochet on top of the shell, and you're going to do the same until you reach the very last row. The last shell is going to be right here, the single crochet, and lastly you're going to do single crochet on top of this chain right here. This is the 3 chain that we skipped earlier, and we're going to do it right there. I'm going to show you once you reach the very last single crochet. Okay, so I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you made your very last shell for row 2, now we're going to single crochet into this stitch right here, or the chain. So we're going to skip this 2 double crochet stitch, 1, 2, and we're going to single crochet into this chain right here. Okay, so this is the chain 3 where we start the beginning of row 1. Okay, so with 1 2 3, and we put 2 double crochet into chain number 4. So this is the 3 chain for at row 1. Okay, so we're going to do single crochet into the chain. Okay, so done with row 2. For row 2 you should have total of 21 full shell. So we started row 2 with chain 1 right here where we count as single crochet. So we have total of 21 full shell for row 2. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21, and we did single crochet at this chain right here. Now we're going to start row 3. Row 3 we're going to start with chain 3, 1 2 3, and this chain 3 count as double crochet. Now we're going to turn the work. Next we're going to do 2 double crochet at this single crochet in this very first stitch. 1 and 2. Now we have 3 double crochet, so this chain 3 count as double crochet, so we have total of 3 double crochet, same as at row 1. So we made half shell. Next we're going to do single crochet on top of the shell. Next we're going to do shell, 5 double crochet shell in this single crochet from row 2. Okay, so we're going to repeat the same as row 2. We're going to do the shell stitch in the single crochet and single crochet on the shell stitch from the previous row. Okay, so the difference is just the beginning and the ending of the row. So for row 2 we start with single crochet, and row 3 we start with chain 3 and 2 double crochet. Okay, so it's just a 2 row repeat. So go ahead and finish up row 3, and I'll meet you at the very last stitch right here. Okay, so once you made your last full shell, single crochet, and at this very last stitch, the chain 1 where I say it is count as single crochet, we're going to do 3 double crochet at the chain 1 right here. Okay, so go ahead and finish up row 3, and I'll meet you once you're done. Okay, so once you make your last full shell for row 3, now we're going to do single crochet on top of this shell stitch. Now at this very last stitch, this chain 1 from beginning of row 2, we're going to make 3 double crochet into that chain 1. Okay, so this is 1 2 and 3. Okay, so done with row 3. For row 3 is going to be the same as row 1. You should have total of 20 full shell, and at the very last stitch right here you have 3 double crochet, and at the beginning you have 3 double crochet. So this chain 3 count as double crochet. So now you're going to repeat row 2 and row 3 until you reach row 37, or you can make it longer. Okay, so for the odd number, row 3 5 7 and until row 37, you're going to start with chain 3 and end with 3 double crochet. And for the even number, you're going to start with chain 1 where count as single crochet and end with single crochet at the very end. Okay, so go ahead and finish up until you reach row 37, and I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you're done crochet until row 37, this is how long it looks. Okay, so now we're going to start. We're going to separate the front, the back. Now we're going to start with chain 1, and this row is going to start as new row, so we're going to start chain 1, turn the work, and now we're going to make 5 double crochet in the first single crochet right here. This is the single crochet from the previous row. We're going to make 5 double crochet, so this is the shell stitch. 3, 4, 5. Next single crochet on top of the shell stitch from the previous row, row 37. Next we're going to do shell stitch in this single crochet from previous row. 3, 4, 5. Next single crochet. Now we're going to make total of 4 shells, so we already made 2, 1, 2. Now this is the third shell. 3, 4, 5. Now single crochet on top of this shell, and now we're going to do the last shell right here, shell number 4. 4 and 5. Now once we made 4 shell, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next we're going to single crochet on top of this shell right here, single crochet. So we're done with row 1. For the front part of the cardigan, we start with chain 1, made 4 shell, 1, 2, 3, 4, and single crochet on top of the shell. Okay, as I mentioned from earlier of this video, this chain 1 counts as single crochet. Okay, so now we're going to do row 2. We're going to start with chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and the chain 3 counts as double crochet. Next we're going to turn the work, and now we're going to make 2 double crochet in this very first stitch. 1 and 2. Okay, so next single crochet on top of the shell. Now we're going to do shell stitch into this single crochet. So for row 2 we're going to make total of 3 full shell. 3, 4, 5. Single crochet. Now do shell stitch in the single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now single crochet on top of the shell. Now we're going to make the shell stitch into this single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next we're going to make single crochet on top of the shell stitch. Lastly, we're going to make 3 double crochet into this chain 1. So this is the chain 1 where we start row 1 for the front part of the cardigan. Okay, so we're going to make 3 double crochet in this chain 1. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we're done with round 2. Round 1 is right here, and this is round 2. So now we're going to repeat row 1. Row 1, start with chain 1 and turn the work. Make shell stitch into the single crochet. So you're going to repeat the row 1 and row 2 until you reach row 11. And for row 11 it should start chain 1 and it should end with single crochet. Okay, so go ahead and finish up until you reach row 11, and I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so it is very easy. Just let me give you a brief. For every odd number, row 1, row 3, row 5, row 7, and row 9 and row 11, we're going to start with chain 1, and we're going to make total of 4 full shell and end with single crochet. Okay, so for the even number, row 4, 6, sorry, row 2, row 4, row 6, row 8, and row 10, we're going to start with chain 3, and we're going to make start with chain 3 and make 2 double crochet at the very first stitch. And for the even number, you should have total of 3 full shell. Okay, so go ahead and finish up until you reach row 11, and I'll see you once you're done. Now once you're done, crochet until row 11. So this is the front part of the cardigan, and once you're done crochet until row 11, as I mentioned earlier, you should start with chain 1 and end with single crochet. Okay, this is how it looks like. So now we're going to do the last row for this front part of the cardigan, row 12. For row 12, we're going to make 25 stitches of single crochet and half double crochet. So for row 12, we're going to start with chain 1, turn the work. Now we're going to make 2 half double crochet. We're going to make 1 half double crochet in the first stitch and 1 half double crochet at the second stitch. 1 and 2. Now we're going to make 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, and now we're going to make 3 half double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So now we're going to repeat 3 single crochet and 3 half double crochet. Okay, so 3 single crochet. So this is the shell right here. We're going to make the 3 single crochet on top of this 3 double crochet, and the single crochet is going to be here, this double crochet, this single crochet, and this double crochet. Okay, so now we're going to make 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 3 half double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to repeat 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 3 half double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to make 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. So lastly, we're going to do 2 half double crochet. So right here, we're going to make 1 on top of this double crochet and 1 at this chain 1. Okay, so this is the chain 1 from the previous row, and as I mentioned earlier, that chain 1 counts as single crochet. So we're going to make 1 half double crochet right here, 1, and 1 half double crochet at this chain 1. Okay, so we start with chain 1. We made 2 half double crochet, 3 single crochet, 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet, 3 single crochet until we reach here, and lastly we made 2 half double crochet. Okay, so now chain 1 to secure stitches and cut the yarn. Now you should have 25 stitches from right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so now we're going to do the other front of the cardigan. So we're going to do at the other end. Okay, so we made one right here, and over here is going to be the back. We're going to do that after we done with the other half of the front. Okay, so for this part, it's going to be the same as this part right here where we just made, but we're going to start from here instead of at this end. Okay, because right now if we start it right here, it's going to be both 2 row repeat of crochet at the right side. So this is the right side and this is the wrong side. Okay, because we crochet the rest of the part right here, we turn every row of the work. So now we have to start from this part, the wrong side. So we're going to count 3 full shells. So 1, 2, 3, and we're going to start right here. Okay, so 1 full shell, 2, 3, and we're going to start right here. So insert your crochet hook right there. Okay, as I mentioned, make sure you start at the wrong side of the work, wrong side of the stitch. Okay, so make a slip knot. So now we're just going to repeat exactly same like the other front part of the cardigan. So we're going to start with chain 1, and this chain 1 count as single crochet, chain 1, and now we're going to do 4 full shells. So we're going to do shell right here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're going to do single crochet on top of every shell. Okay, so single crochet. Now we're going to do the first shell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now single crochet on top of the shell. Now shell stitch in the single crochet, 2, 3, 4, oops, 4, 5. Now single crochet right here on the shell. Now shell stitch, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now single crochet, single crochet. Now shell stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now lastly, we're going to make single crochet on top of this chain 3 right here from the previous row. Okay, so row 1, we're done with row 1 for the front part of the cardigan. So we start with single crochet. We made 4 shell, 1, 2, 3, 4, and single crochet right here. So for round 2, we're going to repeat exactly same as this right here. Okay, so we should make total of 11 row of the shell. Repeat row 1 and row 2, and for row 12 you're going to make 25 stitches. So start with chain 1, 2 half double crochet, make 3 single crochet, 3 half double crochet. Okay, so go ahead and finish up, and I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you're done with both fronts, so this is one right here and this is another one right here, we're done with the front 2 front of the cardigan. Now we're going to do the back piece of the cardigan. As I mentioned earlier, you have to start at the wrong side. So this is the right side of the stitch and this is the wrong side. Okay, so we're going to start right here, so just next to the shell where we started the front cardigan. Okay, so we're going to start right here, single crochet, we're going to start right here, chain 1, shell stitch, chain 1, shell stitch. We're going to make total of 11 shell stitch, and we're going to finish up row 1 for the back part with single crochet at this shell. Okay, let's start row 1 for the back piece of the cardigan. As I mentioned, we're going to do start at the wrong side of the stitch. So this is the right stitch, the right side of the stitch, how it looks like, and this is the wrong side. Okay, the back of the stitch, and we're going to start just next to this stitch where we started the front part of the cardigan, row 1. Okay, so we're going to start right here next to it. Okay, so make your slip knot and we're going to chain 1. Okay, and this chain 1 count as single crochet. Okay, so once you chain 1, next we're going to make shell stitch in this single crochet from row 37 for the body part. 5 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Next, going to single crochet on top of the shell. Next, shell stitch, 5 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now single crochet. Okay, so you're going to repeat the shell stitch, single crochet, shell stitch and single crochet until you reach this shell right here, just next to the shell where we started the front part of the cardigan, just next to the shell, and you should have total of 11 full shell. Okay, so go ahead and finish up until you reach this single crochet right here. This single crochet, you will make the shell stitch and single crochet on top of this shell. Okay, so go ahead and finish up row 1 and I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you're done with row 1 for the back part of the cardigan, so we started right here, chain 1, which count as single crochet, and we made total of 11 full shell. So this is the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and lastly, once we did the shell stitch number 11, you single crochet on top of this shell. So this shell and this shell is just next to each other. Okay, so now is the easy part where you're just going to continue same as the front part of the cardigan. You're going to make total of 11 rows of the shell stitch. So for row 1 we already did we start with chain 1 and end with single crochet. So for row 2 we're going to chain 3, which count as double crochet, and we're going to make 2 double crochet into the first stitch, and then we're going to single crochet on the shell stitch in the single crochet, and so on. Okay, so you're going to repeat the same until row 11, and after you're done with row 11 I'm going to show you how to finish up row 12. Okay, so row 12 is going to be the same, where we're going to do the single crochet and half double crochet stitch. Okay, so I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you're done, crochet the back part until row 11. This is how it looks like. There's another one row. We're gonna finish up row 12. For row 12, it's going to be same as the front part right here, where we're going to do the single crochet and half double crochet stitch. But I just want to give you a view on how it looks like once you're done with two of the front and the back part. So this is the armhole, and this is the armhole as well. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to finish up row 12. We're going to make total of 67 stitches. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so now let's finish up the back part of the cardigan. We're going to do row 12. We're going to start with chain 1, turn the work, so now we're going to make 2 half double crochet, one at the first stitch and one at the second stitch. It's going to be the same as the front of the cardigan. So we make 2 half double crochet, one right here and one right here at the next stitch. So next we're going to make 3 single crochet, 1, 2, 3. Next we're going to make 3 half double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. Next we're going to make 3 single crochet, 1, 2, 3. Next 3 half double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. So the placement of 3 single crochet and 3 half double crochet, we're going to make 3 single crochet at this shell, the shell number 2, 3 and 4. And for the single crochet, we're going to make in this 3 stitch. So this is the last double crochet from this shell. This is single crochet and this is the first double crochet from the shell. Okay, so 3 single crochet and 3 half double crochet, and you're going to repeat until you have 2 stitch left right here, and you're going to finish up the 2 stitch with 2 half double crochet. We're going to make the first half double crochet, the last 2 half double crochet, one is right here at this double crochet and one at this chain 1 right here. So we count this chain 1 as single crochet. Okay, so go ahead and finish up row 12 and I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you're done with row 12, do not cut the yarn because we're going to use the same working yarn to join, to create the sleeve and to join at the shoulder. So this is how it looks like right now. Okay, front, back and front. Okay, so now we're going to join half of the shoulder right here and join right here. Okay, as you can see, once I line up this shoulder, sorry, the armhole straight, and right here, sorry if the camera is shaky, this is how it looks like. As you can see, there's quite a gap, about maybe 3-inch gap right here. This is how it's supposed to be. We're going to do the border for this cardigan, but it really depends whether you want to put a border or not. Once done with the cardigan, I'm going to show you how it looks, and if you decide you want to put the border, you can. If you don't, that's fine. Okay, so now we're going to join the shoulder. We're going to make 18 stitches. We're going to join using single crochet stitch. Okay, so as I mentioned, once you're done with row 12, do not cut it off. Now we're going to, so it really doesn't matter where you join, at the right side or the wrong side, because both side looks the same. So once we join the shoulder, that's where you will figure out which one is your front and which one is your back. Okay, because the seam has to be at the inside of the cardigan, which is the wrong side. Okay, so this is the shoulder and this is the back of the cardigan, and this is the working yarn where we finish row 12. Okay, so now you're going to chain one, and now we're going to line the front and the back, and we're going to make 18 single crochet. Make sure you pick up the stitch, the right stitch. So this is the first stitch for the back and this is the first stitch for the front, and you're going to line them up together and single crochet. One, we're going to make total of 18 single crochet. This is 2, 3, and 18. Okay, so once you're done, you made 18 single crochet and you single crochet both front and back together, chain one to secure stitches and cut the yarn. Okay, just cut enough for you to weave in the ends. So this is how it looks like. This is the seam single crochet is going to be at the inside part of the cardigan, and this is how it looks like at the right side. Okay, so we're going to do the same with the other side at the other shoulder. Right here, make sure you double check if both at the right direction. Okay, so you're going to start right here, chain one and do 18 single crochet, crochet both pieces together, and make sure you line up the stitches together as you do the single crochet. Okay, so go ahead and seam this up and I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you're done, crochet back the back piece and the front piece together. This is the armhole. This is how it looks like. This is the right side now, and this is the wrong side. So both should look the same. Okay, so next I'm going to show you how to crochet the sleeve. But before that, I'm going to do one sleeve and then I'm going to show you how to crochet the sleeve. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to crochet the sleeve. It is very easy. Total of 28 rounds, and we do the first round is single crochet stitch, round 2 until round 25 is the shell stitch, and round 26, 27, 28 is the front pose, half double crochet, and back pose, half double crochet stitch. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to crochet the sleeve, and for the sleeve you might need one stitch marker or any scrap yarn. Okay, so we're going to start at the bottom of the armhole. So this is the shoulder, this is the hole, and we're going to start right here. Okay, so we're going to start, so make a slip knot right there. I already made a slip knot. Going to chain one and place the stitch marker right here at the chain one to mark your beginning of the round. Okay, so this chain 1 does not count as stitch count, so now we're going to make 40 single crochet. Okay, as I mentioned, chain 1 does not count as stitch count, so this is going to be the first single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the placement of the single crochet, you can just make it in any holes available as long as you get total of 40 single crochet, 40. Okay, so go ahead and crochet all the way back here and make total of 40 single crochet. I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you made total of 40 single crochet around, now to finish up round 1, we're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet. Okay, so this stitch marker we mark right here. This is the chain 1 where we start the round. Now we're going to slip stitch on top of the first single crochet. Okay, now we can remove the stitch marker. So now for round 1, we're going to start with chain 1, and this chain 1 count as single crochet, 1 single crochet, and we're going to mark it right here. We're going to mark every first stitch of the round. Okay, so place the stitch marker right here, chain 1, we count as single crochet. Now we're going to skip 2 stitch, 1, 2, and at the next stitch we're going to do the shell stitch. We're going to make 5 double crochet in the same stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now we're going to skip 2 stitch, 1, 2, and single crochet at the next stitch. Okay, so now we're going to skip 2 stitch, 1, 2, and shell stitch at the next stitch. 5 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so now we're going to repeat, skip 2 stitch, do the single crochet, skip 2 stitch, and do the shell stitch. You're going to repeat until you have total of 7 full shell. Okay, go ahead and repeat the same pattern, skip 2 shell, skip 2, and single crochet until you get total of 7 shell. Okay, so I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you're done with round 2 for the sleeve, you made total of 7 shells. So we start right here, the stitch marker. This is the first shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so once you made the shell number 7, you should have 2 stitch left. 1, 2, and now we're going to slip stitch at this chain 1. Okay, to finish up round 2. Okay, remove the stitch marker and slip stitch in this chain 1. Okay, so for round 3 we're going to turn the work, so we're going to maintain the same texture where we're going to turn every round. Okay, now we're going to start round 3. So right now we're still at round 2. We slip stitch at the chain 1 right here. Now to start round 3, we're going to chain 1, turn the work, and we're going to work at the wrong side. Okay, because as I mentioned, we're going to maintain the texture where we crochet front and back. So once you chain 1, now we're going to slip 2 stitch. Okay, we're going to slip to this stitch and this stitch. 1 and 2. So once you slip 2 stitch, now we're going to make single crochet at the next stitch. Okay, single crochet at the next stitch, and this single crochet is the mark of our new round 3. So place the stitch marker at the single crochet. Okay, so just to recap how to start round 3, we chain 1, turn the work, we slip 2 stitch, 1, 2, and single crochet at the next stitch, and this single crochet is the mark of a new round. So place the stitch marker at the single crochet. So now we're going to do the shell stitch in the single crochet from the previous round and single crochet on top of the shell from the previous round. Okay, so for round 3 you will still have 7 full shell. Make 5 double crochet for the shell stitch. So done with the first shell. Now single crochet on top of the shell from the previous round. Now going to make shell stitch in the single crochet. Okay, so just go ahead, make total of 7 shell. So this is the first 1, 2. We're going to make the third right here, 3, 4, 5, 6, and for the shell number 7, for the shell number 7, I'm going to show you where to place it. Okay, so I'll see you once it's done. Okay, so once we made shell number 6, so this is where we start. Shell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to slip stitch on top of the shell, and now for shell number 7 we're going to make it in this chain 1 right here. Okay, so this is the chain 1 where we start round 3. We chain 1, turn the work, and slip 2 stitch and single crochet. So that's the chain 1. Okay, this chain 1 right here, we're going to make shell number 7. So 5 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so now to finish up round 3, we're going to slip stitch in this single crochet where we place the stitch marker. So remove the stitch marker, and single crochet right there. Sorry, slip stitch in the single crochet. So now we're done with round 3. Okay, this is how it looks like. Okay, now we're going to start round 4. So for round 4 it's going to be the same as round 3, and all other round you're going to repeat exactly as round 3. So for every new round we're going to start with chain 1 and turn the work. Okay, and we're going to work at every round, we're going to work at the wrong side from the previous round. Okay, so once you're done with round 3, slip stitch, chain 1, and turn the work. Now you're going to slip 2 stitch, 1 and 2, 1, 2. After you slip 2 stitch, now single crochet, and the single crochet is the beginning of the new round, round number 4. Okay, so place stitch marker right there, and now we're going to repeat the same, make 7 shells. Okay, we're going to make the shells in the single crochet and chain single crochet in on top of the shell stitch. Okay, so go ahead and finish up round 4, and I'm going to show you one more time where to place the shell number 7, which is right here. Okay, so I'll meet you once you're done with shell number 6, and I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so we're almost at the end of round 4. So this is shell number 6, single crochet on top of the shell right here. So to make the last shell, shell number 7, we're going to make it at this chain 1. Okay, so this chain 1 right here, it's hard to see, but it's this one right here. Okay, so you're going to make 5 double crochet in that chain 1. Okay, so done with shell number 7. Now we're going to slip stitch at this single crochet from earlier of this round 4. Okay, so slip stitch right there, and now we're done with round 4. Okay, to start new round, I'm going to show you one more time. Start with chain 1 and turn the work. Now we're going to work at the wrong side from the previous round. Okay, now after you chain 1, turn the work, slip 2 stitch, 1, 2, 1 and 2. Now single crochet at the next stitch, and the single crochet is the mark of our new round. Okay, so go ahead and repeat until you reach round 25 or longer or shorter. It really depends on the length of the arms. For me, I make this until round 25, total of 28 rounds, but the shell is until round 25. Okay, so go ahead and finish up, and I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you're done, crochet the sleeve until round 25. Now we're going to do the cuff. So for the cuff, you can use the same crochet hook, 5mm. If you use 5mm, it will look like this. Okay, if you can use a smaller crochet hook, maybe 4.5mm, if you want to have a smaller cuff where the stitch is going to be tighter. Okay, so but for this tutorial for the cuff, I'm going to be using 5mm. Okay, so now we're going to start the next round, round 26. We're going to start to do the cuff part. Now we're going to start with chain 2, 1, 2, turn the work. We're going to make 2 double crochet at the one at the first stitch and 1 at the second stitch. One and 2. Next, we're going to make 3 half double crochet. 1, 2 and 3. Next, we're going to make 3 double crochet. 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. Next, we're going to make 3 half double crochet. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so the placement for the double crochet is going to be at this 3 stitch, the last double crochet from this shell, the single crochet, and the first double crochet from the shell. And for the half double crochet, we're going to put at this 3 double crochet stitch. Okay, so go ahead and repeat, make 3 double crochet and 3 half double crochet until you have 1 stitch left right here. Okay, so go ahead and finish up, and I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you're done, repeat 3 double crochet and 3 half double crochet. You should have 1 stitch left right here. Now go ahead and make 1 double crochet at this very last stitch, and we're done with round 26. For round 26, you should have total of 42 stitches around. Now to finish up, slip stitch on the first double crochet stitch. Okay, so for the next 2 rounds, round 27 and round 28, you're going to make front post half double crochet and back post half double crochet. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to start round 27. So round 27 and round 28, it is the same stitch count, same pattern. So start with chain 1. Now we're going to make 1 front post half double crochet and 1 back post half double crochet. Repeat until the end of the round or the last stitch of the round. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make 1 front post half double crochet and 1 back post half double crochet. So this is the double crochet pose or bar from round 26. So to make the front post half double crochet, so yarn over, hook, we go behind this bar, we're pushing this pose forward. That's why we put the hook at the back of the pose. Okay, so yarn over and pull the yarn behind the pose, and we're going to do the regular slip all 3 stitch as how we would normally do half double crochet stitch. Okay, so to make a back post half double crochet, yarn over, we're going to go behind this work and hook, go around the pose, yarn over, and pull this working yarn in front of the pose and back, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Okay, so front post half double crochet, we go behind the pose, and back post half double crochet, we go in front of the pose. Okay, front post half double crochet and back post half double crochet. Okay, so go ahead and finish up until you reach the end of the round, and I'll see you once you're done. Now once you're done with round 27, you should have still total of 42 stitches around. So you made 1 front post half double crochet and 1 back post half double crochet. Now slip stitch at the first stitch, the first front post half double crochet. So now the next round, round 28, we're going to do the same as round 27, chain 1, and we're going to make the first stitch, front post half double crochet, and the second stitch, back post half double crochet. Okay, so you're going to repeat until you reach the end of the round, slip stitch and cut the yarn. Okay, so I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you're done with the sleeve and you're done with the cuff of the sleeve, this is how it looks like. So this is how it looks like using 5mm crochet hook. If you use smaller crochet hook, the result of the ribbing is going to be tighter. So it really depends how you want it to look. So now we're almost done. The only part we need to do now is we're going to do the border of the cardigan, the front opening. So I'm just going to lay this flat. Okay, so we're going to start down here. This is the bottom of the cardigan and this is where the neck area. So we're going to make half double crochet stitch from one end all the way till the other end. Okay, so there's no specific stitch count, it depends how long you make your rows. Okay, so the tip to make the border for the cardigan is you want to put your stitch in every holes available. Okay, so it depends on how many rows you made for the cardigan. So you're going to start right here. So this is the bottom of the cardigan. Hook into this foundation chain right here. Now make a slip knot and and chain 2. 1, 2. Okay, so now we're going to make half double crochet stitch in every holes available. So right here we're going to make 1 half double crochet. Okay, just make it nice tension, not too tight and not too loose. And you're going to make 1 half double crochet right here. One half double crochet right here. One right here. Okay, so you go ahead and make half double crochet stitch around the neck part, and once you reach this part, this is the part where we join the front and the back piece of the cardigan. At this corner and at the other corner, this corner, we're going to make 3 half double crochet right here. Okay, so I'm going to continue making half double crochet until I reach this point right here, and I'll show you where to place the 3 half double crochet stitch. Okay, just go ahead and make half double crochet stitch all the way up, and I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you made half double crochet stitch from the bottom right here all the way up, as I mentioned, you just put the half double crochet stitch in every holes available, and make sure you relax the tension so it's not too loose or too tight. Okay, so now we reach the top. So this is the front and this is the back, the neck area. Now once you reach the very top right here, at this first stitch, you're going to make 3 half double crochet. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to make, now I'm going to make half double crochet stitch, 1 half double crochet stitch in every stitch right here at the front, and at the back of this cardigan I'm going to make double crochet stitch. Okay, so right here, half double crochet in every stitch, and as I mentioned, relax your tension so it's not too tight and it's not too loose. Okay, so now I'm going to crochet at the back. The border for the neck, I want it to be higher at the back, so now I'm going to make double crochet stitch. Okay, still you're going to make 1 double crochet into every stitch right here. Okay, so go ahead and make double crochet stitch or half double crochet stitch. It depends on how you want the back of the cardigan to be. As I mentioned, I want the back neck part a bit higher, the border, so I make double crochet stitch, and I'm going to make double crochet stitch all the way till this part right here. This is where we join the front and back, and once I reach here, I'm going to stop the double crochet stitch and I'm going to continue the rest of the stitch half double crochet stitch. Okay, so once you crochet right here at this corner here, don't forget to make 3 half double crochet before you continue the rest of the stitch. Okay, so I'm going to finish up the border right now. Okay, so I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you're done crochet until the other end, so we started right here, we crochet all the way up till this point. We made 3 half double crochet and crochet here, and at the back, as I mentioned, I did the double crochet stitch, and all the way back to here, the corner, we made 3 half double crochet and crochet half double crochet stitch all the way down here. Okay, so that's row 1 for the border of the cardigan. So for row 2, we're going to do the same. We're going to, so this is where we end row 1. Now for row 2, we're going to start with chain 2, 1, 2, turn the work, and we're going to make 1 half double crochet all the way till all the way up here, right here where we made the 3 half double crochet in that single stitch. We're going to stop exactly right here. Alright, and at this stitch we're going to make 3 half double crochet as well. Okay, so go ahead and crochet from here all the way till this point. This is the front top, and till this point, and I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you crochet all the way up here, this is the top corner of the cardigan, the neck area, the neck part. So this is the front, the back, and back to the front. Okay, so now once you reach at this point where we almost reach the corner, I'm just going to make 1 half double crochet right here, and at this stitch I'm going to make 3 half double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. So now we can continue the rest of the stitches. We're going to make 1 half double crochet in every stitch, and as I mentioned earlier of this video, I made double crochet stitch at this back right here. This is the back of the cardigan, the neck area. If you make half double crochet stitch, just go ahead and make half double crochet stitch. If you do double crochet stitch, just continue double crochet stitch. Okay, so after you make 3 half double crochet right here, just continue make 1 half double crochet stitch in every stitch until you reach this other corner right here. This is the front corner. You're going to make 3 half double crochet at this stitch right here. Okay, you just eyeball which is the corner stitch. As you can see, this is the corner stitch, so you're going to make 3 half double crochet in this stitch. And after you make the 3 half double crochet, just continue 1 half double crochet every stitch until you reach the end right here. So this is the beginning of row 1 where we start with chain 2 and continue with half double crochet stitch. Okay, so just go ahead and finish up. I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you're done with row 2 for the border of the cardigan, now this is how it looks like. Okay, so now the last row for the border, row 3, we're going to do the same as row 1 and row 2. We're going to do half double crochet, we're going to do half double crochet stitch from here. So we're going to start with chain 2 all the way up here, and once we reach this corner, we're going to make 3 half double crochet in one of the stitch. Okay, same go as this corner right here, and half double crochet all the way back down. Okay, as I mentioned many times in this video, for the back part of the cardigan, this neckline, the back neck, I make 2 double crochet stitch instead of half double crochet stitch. Okay, so let's start row 3. Okay, so for row 3, we're going to start with chain 2, same as the other 2 row 1 and row 2. We start with chain 2, 1, 2, turn the work, and we're going to make 1 half double crochet into every stitch. And once you reach the top, as I mentioned earlier, you're going to make 3 double crochet in this corner right here. Okay, same goes to this corner. So go ahead and finish up row 3, make half double crochet stitch all the way up here, 3 half double crochet behind, and 3 half double crochet, and all the way back to this end. Okay, so I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you're done crochet row 3, you start right here, crochet all the way up around the neck and down all the way down here, and to finish up you just chain 1. So I already chain 1 and cut the yarn, just cut enough for your 2 weaving ends. Okay, so we're done, just need 2 weaving ends, and I'm gonna weave in ends and I'm gonna talk to you soon. Okay, so there you have it. This is how I crochet this cardigan. As I mentioned, this is using all shell stitch, and the border it is half double crochet stitch. All the measurement is going to be at the description down below, the length and the width of this cardigan. Okay, so I do hope you find this tutorial easy to follow. If you have any question, leave your question at the comment section down below. I'll try my very best to reply. And give me a thumbs up, hit the like button if you like this video, and share this video with your fellow crochet friends. And don't forget to subscribe if you have not already, that way you won't miss any of my future uploads. And also don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook and Instagram. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care everyone. God bless and